Hello, 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 everybody. It is Matt, and it is Terrifying Tuesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as your brief synopsis, your starring cast, director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can buy this bad boy, and then if you decide, you can help support Matt's Movie Mania and toss me a couple of bucks. Now that I got all that said and minded, all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's is a 2023 film directed by none other than Juval Marlon. It is Tears and Chiasso. What an interesting movie. What an interesting title. Everything is just absolutely interesting and stunning about this film. It is part documentary, part drama, part horror. It's got a little bit of everything in there besides science fiction. Basically what it is it follows Marco Klammer, the late, great Marco Klammer, basically talking about his time in film, his dark sides, how he didn't care for certain people along the way, and then how he actually like hurt himself on certain movies so that it would kind of somewhat sabotage the filming, or at least his filming for that day, so that they wouldn't be able to film him. It's a very interesting movie. He also moves on to a side that is a serial killer-esque type person who's at one point has a very interesting sex scene with a prostitute and decides he's going to strangle her to death. It's really interesting all in all, especially into that aspect. You also have other people in here as well. There's a woman that comes up and has some very interesting dialogue to talk about. She talks about life and death and everything in between. Basically, kind of a somewhat narrator to Marco's story. It's one that it's going to be hard to review because it doesn't have a real plot line at all. It's just a forward line going, and it just is just spewing out different facts about things that Marco has done from Juval Marlon's assault rifle, and then he even talks about somebody who he doesn't like on that movie set. I'm guessing it's probably Thomas Goers or whatever his last name is. That guy's a difficult little one to deal with, I've noticed. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Juval Marlon is definitely coming in his own as a good director, in my opinion. He's been doing stuff that like underground extreme stuff for a while, and then now he's starting to flourish and spread his wings and fly in a much bigger direction with each and every one of his films. I did Suffer Little Daughter, which was absolutely stunning. It was an amazing film, which is also released by Tarnished Vision Films or Productions, I can't remember. Tarnished Vision from Jacob Green. I highly recommend everything they have on their filmography. They've only got 4 films out thus far. I've reviewed 3 out of the 4, and I love all 3 of them. And then the 4th one I'm hoping to review sometime in the future. It is a Renee Wisner film. I am a huge fan of Renee's. I think he is one of the greatest filmmakers of our era. And Juval is really growing in that aspect. He's becoming a great filmmaker. He's not just a underground exploitive type filmmaker at this point anymore, in my opinion. He is graduated and become something greater, and I love seeing his metamorphosis from assault rifle to this. It's just absolutely jaw dropping. Now, under the 3 things that I love my movies to meet, first is the audio. The audio is very good in this. There's never a moment where I can't hear the characters. Granted, I have to read subtitles. It is a German film, but that is quite all right with me. But the audio, it worked really well. If I spoke German, I'm sure I could have understood it 100%, because none of it sounded muffled or garbled or any kind of distractions or anything, distortions, to cause any kind of effect to bring that overall score down. So it's going to get an A+ on the audio. Dialogue. The dialogue is very interesting in this. I love what Marco has to say. I love what the other characters have to say. It just really has a lot of impact in this short little hour and 11-minute film, hour and 10 minutes, 11 with the credits. It really has a lot to offer with that, so I'm going to give it an A on there. Now, the third thing, which is always the hardest thing to judge by, and that is editing. Editing is something that can be very tricky if you are not a seasoned veteran at it, because they know all the tricks of the trade. I think the editing is done very well in this. It keeps a steady pace. Never once did I find myself getting bored. I only checked the runtime one time, just because I was curious how far in I had made it. But I really enjoyed it. I think that it keeps a good steady pacing going on with that end as well. So it's going to get an A+ on the editing. And on to my final score of 1 through 5. It's going to get a 4.5 out of 5. It's not quite 5.0 material, but Juval is well on his way. I think that if he continues to make films like this, he will start getting those 5-point ratings for me, because I think he is a very accomplished filmmaker and knows exactly what he wants to see, both on screen and behind the camera as well. So definitely go on out and check this out. Check everything out from Tarnished Vision Films. They are absolutely a great little label that has just started a few just short months ago, and they've already got 4 solid releases under their belt. Alright guys, love your faces, and as always, peace out.